Is there anybody even watching?
Hello, welcome to more cringe content part 2. Cringe content part 2.
Oh my god.
Man, me and Smokey were dying laughing on the last one.
Oh, I should have watched it.
Here's the thing for everybody that's watching and for Al as well. This is gonna be way harder for me than the last one. I will admit that much.
Oh boy.
Because it's just we'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna just forget. I'm also gonna turn this volume down. Again,
Hello, welcome
oh
to
my
remake
god,
of my
no!
very first versus video, Union Pacific 4014 versus Norfolk and Western 611. This remake was requested by.
I sounded way younger back then, and I hate it. I hate it so bad.
I sound young on this call.
NW Challenger 611.
I mean, all the requests I got, I appreciate it, but on the other hand, I kind of quit doing it because I didn't think I sounded right in any of them.
Union Pacific 4014 is a 488.
These are just brief history. We're just gonna
passenger trains. Born in
19 skip all that.
First, we compare their physical attributes. 4014.
Okay, all the info here is right, but
it has 138,240 pounds of tractive effort. Wait.
Oh my. This is so bad. This is so bad.
600 tons total.
This is why I wish I had a separate headset so I could just have this sound out of my head and I could just be listening to you. But oh no.
6 tons total and could go 110 miles.
I did it for everybody.
4014 gets the edge in physical attributes due to the higher tractive effort.
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Now we compare
this is
the
so
fuel
bad.
economy and maintenance. 611 uses coal, 4014 uses oil. Both have 300 psi, and 4014 gets the edge in this category because when you travel to places where coal is easier to obtain.
To be fair, it's not that bad.
This one is a little tricky to call. 611 is one of the most powerful 44 type steam engines ever built, the other being Santa Fe 2926. 4014 is also one of the best steam locomotives.
Oh no! I disagree.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
It's the worst thing.
The Chinese QJ class and the Erie L1, or as I call it, the Camelback Malay.
I still call it that to this day, honestly. That's one of the very few things I actually don't really give a shit about. I still call Erie L1 that. It makes sense,
it's not
though.
Bad. It's technically correct. It's correct.
But I'm just gonna mute it for the 4014 one. So we're just gonna forget that exists. Oh, that was the one. Okay. Oh, I can't scroll back to the. Okay, the first one was the first one I ever made, and then it went to the. Oh, shut up. Oh, this is so bad. Actually, I don't sound too bad.
Nickel Plate Road 170 is a 464 L1A Hudson type built by Alco in 1927. It pulled heavy passenger.
Okay, do you think I sound better than the last one, or is it worse? Because I don't know what to think here.
It sounds like normal. The other one, it was like cringy.
Maybe it's just the fact that my microphone sucked back then.
Trains through Indiana and Ohio until being retired in 1947 from passenger service. It continued running in freight service until being retired from service altogether in 1957. It was donated to the St. Louis Museum of Transportation, where it resides today. Southern 1401 is a 462 PS4 Pacific type built by Baldwin in 1926. It pulled passenger trains through the Southern Railroad system until being retired in 1952 and was donated to the Smithsonian.
I couldn't pronounce it at the time, so forgive me.
Where it remains on static display.
I could not pronounce
the video.
Their physical attributes.
Oh, you can't hear it,
170
really?
weighs 805,975 pounds total, and 1401 weighs less at about 565,600 pounds total. 170 has a top speed of about 83 miles per
Okay,
hour.
now we're starting to get a
1401
bit
has the exact
shitty.
same top speed, so I will declare 170 and 1401 equals in terms of top speed. 170 has a tractive effort of 40,680 pounds total, and 1401 has a slightly higher tractive effort of 47,500 pounds total. So 1401 gets the edge in physical attributes, though only barely.
Yeah, I'm actually
Now we
starting to sound a
compare
bit.
their fuel economy and ease of maintenance.
Mm.
Both use coal. 170 has 215 psi, 1401 has 200 psi, and both use Walshart's valve gear. I'm not sure on that one though.
I was stupid.
1401 gets the edge
Okay.
in efficiency because because
We all are at some point.
1 gets the edge
Mhm.
in this category. And now it's time for the victorious locomotive. 1401 and 170 both are great designs and both need to be restored someday. In
No, I disagree. I'm gonna disagree with all of these ending statements.
my opinion. But
I
as much as I like both of these engines, I'm going to have to declare Southern PS4 number 1401 the winner.
Yeah, okay. Next one, I guess. Is there anyone in the comments yet?
There's a brand new AI tool.
Okay, while I just wait for that to get out of the way. Okay, no, okay.
And welcome to a three-way versus video.
Oh, this. Oh, turn that down. Fuck.
Plate Road 765 versus Southern Pacific 4449 versus
What the
Norfolk
quality
Western
better get?
611.
What the? It's just.
Nickel Plate Road 765 is a 284 S2 Berkshire built by Lima in 1944. It pulled freight trains to Indiana and Ohio until being retired in 1958. It was restored in 1979 and has remained in excursion service ever since. Southern Pacific 4449 is a 484 GS4 built by Lima in 1941. It pulled passenger trains through San Francisco and Los Angeles,
Is it just me or
until being retired in 1957.
the video's like
1975
freezing.
for the American Freedom
the
Train.
videos
Has
for
remained in
why is it
excursion
not-
service ever since.
It's not lagging
Western
out.
611
Not
is a
lagging on mine.
It's working now.
built by the N&W Roanoke shops in
Makes
1950.
no fucking
It
sense.
pulled passenger trains through the Norfolk and Western system until being retired in
It's working now.
1959. It was restored in 1982 and ran excursions until 1994. It was recently restored in 2015 and has served on excursions ever since.
Yeah, nowadays it's somewhere else, isn't it?
First, we compare their physical attributes. 765 has a tractive effort of 64,135 pounds total. 611 has a tractive effort of 80,000 pounds. And 4449 has a tractive effort of 64,800 pounds, 78,000 pounds with the booster engaged. So 611 gets the extra tractive effort. As far as top speed goes, 4449 and 611 are equals. 765 can go about 70 miles per hour. So I would have to declare 611 weighs 872,600 pounds total. 4449 weighs 788,730 pounds total. And 765 weighs 802,500 pounds total. 611 gets the edge in physical attributes. Now we will compare their fuel economy and ease of maintenance. 611 and 765 both use coal. 4449 uses oil. 611 and 765 both use bigger valve gear. 4449 uses Walshart's valve gear. 611 has all roller bearings. While 4411 is really easy.
Sorry.
What's
getting to me. It's so bad. I was doing so good. Dude, I even had a script for all this shit. And I don't know how the fuck I still fuck it up.
Spoiler, which makes it easy if necessary.
Freelance
I don't
video.
know.
And even today, servicing 611 is still relatively easily. And for this reason, I award the edge to 611 for fuel economy and maintenance.
How dare I?
And now, the verdict. There really is no contest here. All three engines have very good popularity. All need to be brought together someday. And 40.
No, no, they do not. 611 and 765 I get, but no, don't include the overrated daylight.
To be fair, they're
If any-
all overrated engines.
If anything, just put two of the most
Except-
overrated engines together, 4014 and 4449. That'll make everyone boom.
UP
449
is
is,
overrated on its
by far-
own.
It's better than Norfolk Southern or Bean Sniff for that matter, aka BNSF.
Like, out of the steam holders, Union Pacific is overrated. 611 is reaching that point. Daylight is, of course, overrated, and
It's well past that point.
uh, 611 is already there. It's in the waiting room.
You know what else is in the waiting room? Darn, I forgot already. Shit.
Or
I
the
always
most beautiful
lose.
train
God
in the
damn.
world.
What is wrong with
In terms
I
of
have
public
problems.
relations.
I had problems like that.
And to be honest, if all three of these
Oh, like
I know.
locomotives were in a triple header, that would be.
No, bruh. Did you just hear triple header? Because I declare bullshit.
Yeah, that would be.
I think I heard a triple header. I hope I didn't.
I'm going to have to declare Norfolk and West.
Yeah, it was obviously six. Okay, I'm just gonna. What the fuck? Is this on there? Hold on, what was this? You know, why not?
I might get murdered today, but Big Boy can just all of that go away.
Hold on. What?
I'm gonna get murdered later, but every single Big Boy needs to be put away for a little bit.
Why?
They all just need to just take a little break, you know?
Yeah.
Overrated.
Hello, this is the
fuck.
Thanksgiving special versus video.
Oh, this was when was this uploaded? 4
Thanksgiving,
years ago.
probably.
Oh shit! That was damn long time ago. November 19th. Yeah, I
6175 versus Norfolk and Western 1218 versus Duluth, Mesabi, and Iron Range 227. Pennsylvania Railroad 6175 is a 446.
Okay, I gotta see how for. We're only 13 minutes in, and I'm already feel like quitting. I cannot handle. I can't handle it. I can't handle cringe. It's too cringy.
You caused this.
I did cause
You
it,
did this.
but in retrospect, it was not. It was the worst idea I had. Now I'm looking at it.
Well, you gotta face it.
Oh my god. Well,
You have to.
Q2, built by
Oh
the
my God,
PRR Altoona shops in 1945. It hauled heavy freight trains throughout the PRR system until being retired in 1950.
thinking about just walking away for like 2
years later.
minutes. That just coming back.
Norfolk and Western 1218
I'll
is
just
a
let you
266
deal with it.
Class A built in the NW Railroad shops in
I'm dealing with
1943.
it just fine.
It pulled heavy freight and coal trains
You-
throughout the
yeah.
NW
All right,
system
you deal with it. I'll be
until
back
being
in a couple
retired
minutes.
In 1959. It was restored in 1987 and ran excursions until 1992. It remains on static display at the Virginia Museum of Transportation in Roanoke, Virginia. Duluth, Mesabi, and Iron Range 227 is a 288 board M3 Yellowstone built by Baldwin in 1941.
I see box cab.
It pulled heavy iron ore trains throughout Minnesota until being retired in 1958. It was donated to the Lake Superior Railroad Museum where it resides today.
First, we will compare their physical attributes. 6175 has a tractive effort of 119,207 pounds. 1218 has a tractive effort of 114,000 pounds. 227 has just over 140,000 pounds of tractive effort. 6175 weighs over 1 million pounds total. 1218 is 951,600 pounds total. 227 weighs over 1 million pounds total. 227 gets the edge in physical attributes. Now we compare their fuel economy and ease of maintenance. All three engines use coal as fuel. 6175 and 1218 both have an operating pressure of 300 psi. 227 has 240 psi. 227 and 1218 both use bigger valve gear. The 6175 uses Walsher's valve gear. 227 gets the edge in this category. And now the victorious locomotive. 1218 gets the edge in fame. The other two, on the other hand, have very little popularity, and it's very unlikely that any of these engines will ever run again. I'm going to have to declare Duluth Wasabi and Iron Range M3 Yellowstone number 227 the winner. Hello and welcome to a versus video I've been wanting to do for a while. Milwaukee Road 261 versus Union Pacific 9000. Union Pacific
No.
9000 is a
Roll up.
412-2 class UP1 built by Alco in 1926. It pulled freight trains through the Union Pacific system until being retired in 1956 and donated to the Rail Giants Museum where it resides today. Milwaukee Road 261 is a 484 class S3 built by Alco in 1944. It pulled freight trains through Milwaukee, Wisconsin until being retired in 1954. It was restored in 1993 and has remained in excursion service ever since. First, we compare their physical attributes. 9000 weighs in at 391 tons total. 261 weighs 412 tons total. 9000 has a top speed of 50 miles per hour, and 261 has a higher top speed of 110 miles per hour. 261 has a tractive effort of 62,119 pounds, and 9000 has a tractive effort of 97,664 pounds of tractive effort. The 9000 gets the edge in physical attributes because of the higher tractive effort and being lighter than 261. Now we compare their fuel economy and ease of maintenance. 261 has a boiler pressure of 250 psi. 9000 has 220 psi. The 9000 is harder to maintain than 261 because of its third cylinder, but it still ran well nonetheless. Both engines use coal as fuel, and I award the edge in maintenance to 261 because of it only having two cylinders. And now it's time for the victorious locomotive. The 9000s did pretty decent in revenue service and did a great job with heavy hauling on gentle curves and flatter terrain. 261, on the other hand, is more friendly to tighter curves and very fast and easier to maintain. But as usual, there can only be one.
Cringe Fest.
Okay, how's it been? Not bad. Not bad for you. I'm back, by the way, in case you didn't notice already.
Oh boy.
What?
I feel like things are gonna get worse from here for you.
What you think is
One
gonna get worse?
Because of this,
Honestly, I think so
declare
too. But we'll
Milwaukee
see.
Road S3 484 number 261 the winner.
Just get the outro because that's normal.
What is
Dude,
vector similarity search? Or vector?
Normally, I would say this is another versus video, but no, it's East versus West. Southern Pacific 4294 versus Norfolk and Western 2156. Southern Pacific 4294 is a 4882 class AC 12 cap forward built by Baldwin in 1944. It pulled freight trains through Donner Pass until being retired in 1956.
It was donated to the California State Railroad Museum, where it remains on static display. Norfolk and Western 2156 is a 2882 class Y6A built by the Norfolk and Western Roanoke shops in 1942. It pulled heavy freight and coal trains through Virginia and West Virginia until being retired in 1959. First, we compare their physical attributes. 2156 weighs 480 tons total, 4294 weighs 525 tons total. As far as tractive effort goes, 2156 blows 4294 out of the water with 170,000 pounds of tractive effort, while the 4294 only has 124,300 pounds of tractive effort. 4294 gets the edge at top speed at 63 miles per hour. The 2156, on the other hand, has a top speed of 55 miles per hour. Even though 2156 has less speed, 2156 gets the edge in physical attributes. Now we compare their fuel economy and ease of maintenance. 4294 has 250 psi and 2156 has 300 psi. 4294 uses oil, 2156 uses coal. The cab forwards were meant to be in long tunnels without harming the crews for extended periods of time. But because of this, I'm still going to award the edge to 2156 in this category. And now it's time for the victorious locomotive. Both
Didn't
are
hurt that
equal in
one.
public
Like
relations,
ears.
but everywhere else,
Huh?
2156 blows 4294 out of the water in this entire comparison. Therefore, I declare Norfolk and Western 2882 Y6A number.
Oh my god, my mic was so bad.
Hello and welcome to another versus video. This time,
I don't even have a mic.
242 mountain types with similar specifications.
Well, a physical one.
I bring
anyway.
you today New York Central 3001 versus Pennsylvania Railroad 6755.
Bro.
New York Central
York
3001 is
Central wins.
a 482 class L3A Mohawk built by Alco in
We'll
1940.
see.
It pulled freight trains through the New York Central system, mostly on the famous water level route, until being retired in 1957. It is currently on display in Elkhart, Indiana, and whether it will run again is uncertain. Pennsylvania Railroad 6755 is a 482 class M1B built by the Pennsylvania Railroad Altoona shops in 1930. It pulled freight trains through the PRR system until being retired in 1957 and remains on static display in the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania, where it resides today.
They need to give that thing a cosmetic overhaul one of these damn days.
Mohawk looks
One of these damn
clean.
days.
That she's
for anyone
away.
who, if anyone from the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania is watching this, do us all a favor and get this thing looking better than it is now.
First, we compare the
Get it
physical
back to
attributes.
proper shape.
6755
Yeah.
has 69,711 pounds of tractive effort. 3001 has a tractive effort of 60,077 pounds. 3001 and 6755 are equals in terms of top speed. And 6755 is extremely light at 174 tons. 3001 is even lighter at 151 tons. 6755 has a welded coast-to-coast tender, meaning it didn't have to stop as much for fuel and water. 3001, on the other hand, has a smaller tender, but it doesn't need as much fuel, but needed more water. 6755 gets the edge in physical attributes due to the higher fuel and water capacity and the higher tractive effort. Now we compare their fuel economy and ease of maintenance. 6755 and 3001 both use coal. 6755 has 270 psi, and 3001 has 250 psi. 3001 uses Baker valve gear. 6755 uses Walsh's valve gear. And I have to award the edge to 6755, though only barely. And now it is time for the victorious locomotive. The New York Central and the Pennsy both have been rivals for so long until the Penn Central Railroad was canceled. But if they were
Until the
still
Penn
rivals
Central was
today, only
canceled.
one engine can be superior. But as much as I like both of these engines, I'm going to have to declare Pennsylvania Railroad 482 M.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
Specs don't lie, man. Specs do not lie.
No, they do.
No, they don't.
You sure
You're
about
just
that?
mad. You're just mad.
I like Pennsy, but
You're still mad. You're just mad that the Mohawk can
Hello,
win.
it's time for
no, Niagara's win all the time.
This time I will be comparing
That's a
two
different
locomotives
story.
that I have not compared before.
Pennsy never had a
Chesapeake and Ohio
northern.
1309 versus Pennsylvania Railroad 460. Hold on. Chesapeake and Ohio 1309 is a 2662 class H6 built by Baldwin in 1949. It pulled freight and coal trains through West Virginia and Kentucky until being retired in 1956 and placed on display at the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Museum in Baltimore, Maryland. It was selected for full restoration
That's a
by the
cursed
Western
picture.
Maryland Scenic Railroad, and at the time I made this video, 1309 is still undergoing a slow restoration for the first time in many decades. Pennsylvania Railroad 460 is a 442
Where did I find all these old
E6
photos back then? That's
Atlantic
my
type
question.
built by the
Wait,
PRR
question. Why would you put an
Tuna Shop in
Atlantic up against an
1940.
articulate?
It pulled many passenger trains through the
Well,
PRR
I did a lot of weird
participated in
comparisons,
many
so
trains between
don't be
Washington,
surprised.
D.C.
You
and New
won't be
York.
surprised later
Until
on.
being retired in 1956
Alright.
and placed on display in the
Take your word for
Railroad
it.
Museum of Pennsylvania. Whether it will run again is uncertain.
No, whether it will run again is
First,
very
we
unlikely.
compare the physical attributes. 460 has a top speed of 115 miles per hour. 1309 has a top speed of about 50 to 60 miles per hour. 1309 has a tractive effort of 98,700 pounds. 460 has a tractive effort of 31,275 pounds. 1309 weighs 321 tons total. 460 weighs 205 tons total. I have to award the edge in physical attributes to 1309, though only barely. Now we compare their fuel economy and maintenance. 1309 and 460 both use coal as fuel. 460 has 205 psi. 1309 has 210 psi. 1309 and 460 are equals in this category. And now the victorious locomotive. The big thing that sets 1309 and 460 apart is heavy hauling and fast passenger service. Both engines are quite capable of the jobs they did in the steam age, and if 460 would ever run again, it would be a good engine for excursion service. The 1309 is only running on a branch line in Maryland, so I wouldn't take the 1309's travel distance too seriously. But with all that being said, the victorious locomotive is
Oh, I actually included a drum roll, really?
No shot. All right, well.
I'm sorry, that sound effect sounded so stupid.
Chesapeake and Ohio 1309. CU.
That sounded so dumb. Okay, for context, sixth grade literacy class. Wait, no, ninth grade literacy class. Sorry. This was sort of the thing we did every week. It was sort of like a coffee house It was sort of like we had to write a bunch of shit, and I didn't. It's not fun. And also, you get to see trending clips back from that era of my channel, and it sucked. Okay, I did. Okay, I forgot copyright. Damn it. Oh well, copyright already. May have gotten copyrighted already, but you know what? Who the fuck cares? There's only a few seconds.
Yeah.
We're gonna forget that was ever there.
I might make my own train
Time I will
series.
be
I don't know.
comparing 4 steam locomotives. Pennsylvania Railroad 6755 versus Southern Pacific 4449 versus Chesapeake and Ohio 614 and versus Milwaukee Road 261. Let's begin.
I
PRR
suck.
6755 is a 482 class M1B built by the PRR Altoona shops in 1930. It pulled freight trains through the PRR system until being retired in 1957 and placed on display at the Railroad Museum of Pennsylvania. Whether it will run again is uncertain.
Unlikely, more
Southern
like.
Pacific 4449 is a 484 class GS4 built by Lima in 1941. It pulled passenger trains through San Francisco and Los Angeles, California until being retired in 1957 and restored in 1975 for the American Freedom Train. Has served on many excursions ever since. Chesapeake, Ohio 614 is a 484 class J3A Greenbrier built by Lima in 1948. It pulled freight and passenger trains through the C&O system until being retired in 1952 and was restored for the Chessie Safety Express between 1980 and 1981. In 1985, it pulled coal trains to test for the ACE 3000 project, and
It looks weird with that light boiler.
From 1996
It does, yeah.
and 1998. It has been on display in Clifton Forge, Virginia, and whether it will run again is uncertain.
Nope.
Milwaukee Road 261 is a 484 class S3 built by Alco in 1944. It pulled freight trains in Milwaukee, Wisconsin until being retired in 1954
Is
and
argue.
restored in 1993.
The whole point of my live streams is for utter chaos and arguments.
Oh.
First, we compare their physical
I
attributes.
thought it goes with all my live streams.
614 has a tractor pepper to 68,300
Yeah.
pounds total. 261 has a tractor pepper to 62,119 pounds. 4449 has 64,800 pounds of tractor pepper. 78,000 with the booster engaged. But boosters don't count for me. Sorry.
I need to edit a video pretty soon.
I need to
make a video.
I don't know. I don't even know how long we've got. We're only live for like.
6755 has 69,007.
How many more do we have to go?
pounds.
How many more do we have to go through? Is my question.
6755 gets the
Okay,
edge
that one.
and tractor pepper. 614 weighs 400.
Oh, we got so many to go. Oh no!
I'm going to die from
Nine out of 32.
394 tons total, and 65 is the lightest of all four at 192 tons total.
Did I say 65? I could have sworn I just heard myself say that.
You probably did, but you could go back.
I award the edge to 6755 for being the lightest of all four, and has the higher tractor pepper.
Yeah.
Now we compare the fuel economy and ease of maintenance. 614, 261, and 6755 use coal as fuel. However, 4449 uses oil, which enables travel through the United States. 614 gets a huge edge over the other three engines completely. 614 has all roller bearings on the drive rods. This is a big plus in this day and age. As for boiler pressure, 614 has 255 psi, 261 has 250 psi, 4449 has 300 psi, and 6755 has 270 psi. I have to award the edge in maintenance. It's the 6755, though only barely. And now the victorious locomotive. 4449 and 261 are still running today, while the other two are still on the static display. Honestly, if 614 and 6755 would ever run again, it would be very slim that it would find trackage to run on. But with all that being said, I declare Pennsylvania Railroad.
Dang, the M1B won a lot, didn't it?
It seems like Penzie's been winning a lot, you know?
Big thanks to
Well, there's no Penz. Well, there's no Penzie in this one, so you can't say shit.
819 versus Santa Fe,
Hmm.
29-26.
Okay.
Cotton Belt 819 is a
Cotton.
404 class L1 built by the Cotton Belt Pine Bluff shops in 1943. It pulled freight and passenger trains through Arkansas until being retired in 1953 and restored in 1986. and it was retired from excursion service in 1993. It is currently undergoing restoration in Pine Bluff, and it will run again when restoration is complete.
Well, yeah, that was a misconception from me back then. I would have known it was just going to be cosmetic nowadays. I wouldn't have said that. Oh my fucking! Oh, hold on a minute.
Atchison Topeka in Santa Fe, 2926, is a 484 class built by Baldwin in 1944. It pulled freight and passenger trains through the Santa Fe system until being retired in 1956 and is undergoing a full restoration and was recently fired up for the first time in many decades. First, we compare their physical attributes. 2926 has 79,968 pounds of tractive effort, and 819 has 61,564 pounds of tractive effort. 2926 weighs 487 tons total, and 819 weighs 368 tons total. As far as top speed goes, 2926 and 819 are equals. And I have to award the edge in physical attributes to Santa Fe 2926, though only barely. Now we compare their fuel economy and maintenance. Both engines use oil as fuel, and 2926 has 300 psi, 819 has 250 psi. 2926 gets the edge because of the higher boiler pressure, even though both engines use oil as fuel. And now the victorious locomotive. Both are popular in their own perspective, but it's unlikely that these two engines will ever be brought together. But when 2926 is on the rails again and meets her close relative 3751, it will be heavenly, in my opinion.
I wasn't murder myself for that statement.
Yeah.
And as much as I like both of these engines, I'm going to have to declare Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe 484 number 2926 the winner.
I don't know what
I
it
hope
is.
you all have enjoyed this.
I don't know what it is, but it's just the more I look at these, the more I want to delete them and just forget they ever existed. I swear. Like the farther the farther I go, Al,
Yeah.
it's just one of the. Oh my!
Oh shit.
Hold on a minute.